Hi party people, been a week. I've been working hard, and hardly working, on the level, designing the gameplay and stealth challenges for the entire map, as well as a lot of the meshes that replace the grey boxes. I'm almost done with implementing the gameplay in engine. I'll be done next week, so today I wanted to show you the progress I've made so far and demo the first part of the level so that you can see what we're dealing with here. Right, let's get into it. First, I just want to show off some of the meshes I made in Unreal Engine. Like these are just made to replace the gray boxes, so that I can kind of show what I want the hotel to look like what I want these gray boxes to represent in the end, right? And so I kind of made some more meshes everywhere. They're not fully colored everywhere, but and they're not placed everywhere they should be, right? They're just kind of in the places where they have to be for me to kind of test out gameplay at the moment. I'm mainly doing these just to detail every room, so that you know what is where, so that it's not just all like gray boxes, but you have some color, you know what is where, you know what I'm kind of going for in the art direction. It's not supposed to be like high detailed, super like crazy textures and so on. Like, no, I just want simple colors, represent what I want to get at in the end, and that's it. I've also not just been detailing the inside, but also the outside, created some cars for the parking lot and so on, built the gameplay in the parking lot, as well as tried to build more of the nature around here, subtly guide the player through nature, using plants and trees and stones and logs and whatever kind of is at my disposal, for guiding the player. But yeah, I think we'll see more of that once the gameplay is actually done. So about the gameplay that I've implemented so far, I've been really trying to focus on guiding the player through the level seamlessly, like I said, with the plants and so on. And also I've been implementing the challenges, the stealth challenges, in the way that Hitman and Dishonored do, that I distilled down in one of my earlier videos, which you can watch at the top right now if you haven't seen it yet, or if you want to see it again. But yeah, I've been kind of looking to replicate those scenarios with my gameplay, which has proven to be a real challenge, as well as keeping a fair pace for all the available paths that I have in the level, because the player can go back and forth and like change paths so seamlessly and so easily as well, that it's kind of difficult to keep track of, okay, like how do I pace them, or like what challenge should await them here, like how hard should the challenge be here, and so on and so forth. It's really been difficult to keep track of all that. I created a bubble map as well, which I can put up in the video right now. So here's the bubble map that I've been cooking up to kind of, keep track of which routes are. These small little blocks here represent what keycards you need to get to that room. The purple ones are downstairs, the yellow ones are upstairs, the white ones are outside. These are all different rooms. Now this needs to be updated again once I'm done with the gameplay, because some connections have changed, so I still need to update it again, but I'll show you the updated version once I have the gameplay done, so by next week. But yeah, this is kind of what I've been using to keep track of the routes, and like you can see, it is a confusing mess, and so it is kind of a difficult challenge to like keep the pacing up, but I feel like I've been managing to do it quite well. Now, I've also made sure that pretty much every room has a function on at least one route, except for like most of the sleeping rooms, because I felt like only including like a couple of sleeping rooms in like the main routes was enough, since they're all the same. They all look the same anyway. Like you can access pretty much every sleeping room, but they won't necessarily provide you a big benefit. Speaking of big benefits, when I thought about like how to encourage exploration and so on, I kind of realized that it's first of all difficult, but also pointless to kind of give every room that like big bonus. You know what I mean? Like some rooms only have a distraction or a battery pickup, or some rooms only provide access to multiple different rooms. For example, like let's say the downstairs east lobby, there's nothing of worth in terms of like a pickup or a key card or something like that. There's nothing big down here. It's just there's some challenge here, and it's kind of a hub for the eastern side of the hotel. Some rooms are important parts of a specific route, and they include key cards, like, for example, the security room or the changing room here. They both have a green key card which you need to progress to the kitchen. They are important parts of the route. But other rooms, for example, like the Eastern Forest Path, simply what they do is they don't give you like a pickup or a big connection hub. They just allow you to bypass other challenges, which I see as a different kind of reward, which is also big. So mainly what I've been trying to do with the exploration is encourage players to explore by giving them all kinds of different rewards, which may not be, instant, right? Like, not like I press a button and I have the pickup now, but you still have to work for them. So like, let's say, the Eastern Forest Path, where you have to, which actually isn't a forest path at all, but it's actually this cliff path right here along the side. Now, my main goal for this map was to create at least 3 different paths that all end up at the same place, so all have the same end point, the same goal. Well, and as you can see here, I've ended up with like around a dozen. So I think it's fair to say that I've achieved that goal. And once I release this map, I wish you great fun exploring all of the different paths. Try to funnel the player using different key cards, and also using the kind of convenience factor, so to say. So like letting the player choose whether they want to pick the shorter route, which is inevitably more difficult, or the longer route, which is more convenient, right? More chill. You have a lot more opportunities to hide. You don't need to hide as often. As I mentioned, with so many routes, it's difficult to keep them all balanced. And so I've tried to tweak like different factors, not just the length and difficulty of it, but also, for example, shorter paths are sometimes more hidden than the longer ones. They're not necessarily just more difficult to actually get through, but they're sometimes just hidden a lot better, so that the player has to like kind of work for it before they get the reward of having a shorter path. But I don't think that they're impossible to find. I think if you explore, let yourself, like, give yourself some time, let yourself be creative with like going around and finding some stuff, I think you'll find some of the coolest routes that I've created. Now, I've spoken long enough. It's time for the demo of the first part of the level, which will start right over there. Transition. We find ourselves here at the start of the level. This is the starting position. Well, I'm going to see if I still want to incorporate this path right here. Probably want to, but I'd have to block it somehow, see how I want to incorporate it still, but be rest assured, I want to keep this in. We go up here, nice blocked out, just how nature does it. It does lag still a little because this is in-engine footage and the lighting hasn't been like baked yet and so on, so there is still some performance issues, but once I get further along the development process, this will perform a lot better. Now here's the vista that I was talking about. We have the balcony over there, which is the office that you have to go to get the secret recipe. Then we see the parking lots, sprawling with action, and seeing the entrances. Also the main entrance, and this is the side parking lot, for the trucks and so on, and the employees to come here. And the main parking lot is this one. This one's for the guests, so I'm going to fill that one up as well and put some gameplay there as well, because as I said, I wanted to incorporate this bit as well. Now, let's go down. Let's go down here, and here's where the game kind of splits up. So I keep this left part here hidden. You can see, like, if you just go down here, I keep it hidden a little bit. I wanted to draw some interest for the player, create this fork in the road, but not make it too obvious that there's a path along here, because the developer's intended path, I'm going to show you that after this. So you can go along here and, you know, a nice beautiful frame to see the challenge, you know, someone looking out the window with the camera, right? We would have to sneak by them on the left side here, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do the developer's intended path, which is why it's drawn this way. You know, you can go along here or here. Either way, doesn't matter. You have an opening. And now we have this part, this path, through here, which, you know, you can immediately see the enemy. So you're like, okay, do I want to risk it? Go over there, find an alternative entrance. Putting the enemy there also shows the player that there is some value in going there, so that there is something there. There is a challenge, so there must be some reward there. But, you know, they might see the challenge and say, okay, no, I want to avoid that. And then I go up here. I can still look at the challenge from here and drop down if I want to. If I decide to go to this way. And I can even see the reward from here as well. So, you know, I can still decide where I want to enter. Or I can enter here, where I see the parking lot with all of its challenges, the cameras, the guards, and so on. And we drop down. I forgot that you cannot drop while crouched. That's just like that in Unreal Engine. And now we're sitting here, waiting for this guard to go back. So we can get over here, wait for that guard over there to finish their cycle, and go into the door and enter the building through this door. Go quickly. Let's not get spotted by the camera, and we're inside. Beautiful. Come in here. Large warehouse, and we see a guard, you know, going back and forth, and this is exactly the framing and presentation of the challenges that I alluded to. So how I'm presenting this challenge is I'm giving the player a big safe space where they can hide in complete safety, but very close to the enemy, so they don't necessarily feel like they're out of trouble, but they are technically, like, they are safe here. Nothing can harm them here. And so now they can observe this situation, this guard, for as long as they want, and memorize the pattern, see how it goes back and forth. So the white box there as well is a box that you can hide in. So we can see, okay, if the guard goes back, we can hide inside the box. Wait till the guard has passed us. There are still some lighting issues, and now we go back. I won't focus on these too much right now in the playthrough. This is why I'll only show you this small part, and then I'll focus on the lighting for the next week, so that for when I release it for playtesting, you guys can actually see where you're going and you don't have any of these weird lighting bugs. Well, you might also have observed this situation, and you might not want to go that path. You can also choose a different path, a much easier one. You know, you again have the same frame, and now we can go past it. Past it and end the playthrough here. Now that's all that I'm going to show for today, simply because, well, you saw there are still some lighting bugs, and there's no point in going further if the screen turns virtually black every 10 seconds, so I'm still gonna work on that. And also I think it shows already quite well what I wanted to achieve throughout this entire map, you know, have multiple different paths that lead to the same goals, as well as the presentation of the stealth challenges. As I've mentioned, I will be finishing the gameplay for the next week. I will also be building a roof on the place, but I'm not promising that that would be done for the next week. And it's also not a priority. Priority is really like finishing the gameplay and lighting the place. Now I want to do an early play test once I'm done with the lighting, so you know that you can see what you're playing actually. And although, you know, total darkness does make hiding from enemies much easier, but anyway. If you're interested in participating in this playtest, make sure to subscribe to not miss when I'm making the call for that. If you like the video, or the project, or my voice, leave a like, and I'll hope to see you in the next one. Take care.